I talk now? Yes. Is that a yes? Yes. Hi, welcome to Science Stuff. It's me, your Science in Stuff. It's me, your host, Anna Wenger. I am also the showrunner of Mission Unstoppable, your favorite show about science, technology, engineering, and math that airs every Saturday morning on CBS. I love science, technology, engineering, and math so much, I decided to bring you even more shows. So every week on Science and Stuff, we will be interviewing guests from our previous week's episode of Mission Unstoppable, and some other fun guests as well. Today, we have a star from last Saturday's episode, Kimberly Sass. She is an interior architect and also a professional hockey player, among many, many other things. We're also talking to sisters Laila and Isra Shabir from Girls Make Games. They are two entrepreneurs and video game creators who are going to tell us all of the secrets of making video games, and we are very, very excited to be talking to them, and we're also going to play Among Us with them. And now it's time for Science News. Now I'm not sure if I want to hear the sound that I'm able to hear. Let me turn that down a little bit. Okay, fact number 1 in Science Newsy News this week. There's a bunch of gold floating around in space. That's right, there's a bunch of gold floating around in space, and scientists really are not sure where this gold came from. They do know that gold is created when two neutron stars collide. Okay. So a neutron star, that's naturally the first question that you ask, right? What is a neutron star? So a neutron star is a star that is cooling. And after a supernova explosion, it becomes what's called a neutron star. Pretty much it's the stage before it becomes a black hole. So two of these neutron stars collide, and when the protons and the neutrons from those two stars collide, they fuse together and it creates gold, and the force of the collision then spews that gold out into the universe. But scientists have only seen this happen once, so they're not really sure how there's so much gold out there as there actually is. We promise we will let you know when we learn more, and we will also let you know if we here at Science and Stuff hear of a space gold rush. We'll get you in on that news first so that you can go out there and get that gold here, which has been formed into gold bars and has eyeballs. Okay, next, I love this fact. I love this Science Newsy News. This is about poodoo deer. Do you all know what a poodoo deer is? There it is. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's the world's tiniest, most magical deer. Last week we had giant sloths. This week we have tiny deer. This deer is actually the size of a common house cat, 10 pounds, which is actually it's kind of small for a house cat, honestly, because I have one that's 18 pounds. But he eats a lot of fancy feast. So yes, that is poodoo deer, and they live in the mountains of the west coast of South America, from Venezuela all the way to Chile. Adult poodoos can get, like I said, 13 inches tall, 10 pounds. Not much is known about them because they hide so well, and their habitat is rapidly depleting. So stop doing that. We need to know more about the poodoo deer. Number 3 fact of this week, Newsy News. Hawaii moves 3 inches closer to Alaska every year. So if I do the math here, that means every 4 years. That's 1 foot. How does this happen? Tectonic plates. You all know about tectonic plates that sit on the Earth's crust and are in constant motion. Or I should say they are the Earth's crust. Hawaii sits in the middle of the Pacific plate, which is slowly drifting northwest towards the North American plate up to Alaska. The plate's pace is comparable to the speed at which our fingernails grow. So depending on where I'm sitting, I guess both me and Hawaii are closer to Alaska every year. Dun, dun, dun. And that's it for Science News. If you have any science newsy news, fun facts that you want to send us, go for it. Send us to that on Instagram, and we will let the world know about your science newsy news. All right, here we go. Next up is our first guest, Kimberly Sass. Kimberly Sass is an architectural job captain and goaltender for the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association. And somehow that's not all. Kimberly also sells custom artwork and woodwork and is a goaltending coach. Big welcome to our friend Kimberly Sass. Hi, Kim. How's it going?
Hi, Anna. Good to see you again over Zoom.
I know. It's so good
now.
to see you too. I know. I feel like last year or a year and a half ago at this time, we were doing a fun screening in Santa Monica where we were talking to each other all in person. That was really fun. But it's good to see you here. Yes. And you were one of the very first people that were on Mission Unstoppable way back when.
Yes, yeah. I was at the premiere. That was a lot of fun.
That's right. We played back your piece at the premiere. That was super, super fun. And your piece was about exactly what we're going to talk about today, which is the fact that you are an interior architect as well as a professional hockey player. Let's start off with the first one. What is an interior architect?
So an interior architect is pretty much what it sounds like, an architect that specializes in interior architecture or the build out or renovation of a space versus building a building from ground up.
Right. And how did you get into interior architecture? Like, did you know interior architecture was a job when you were growing up? Were you like, oh, I want to be an interior architect?
I don't think that I knew, that architecture existed. My dad was always fixing things around the house. He was involved in our house renovation. He has an engineering background. But I think it wasn't until probably undergrad at Colgate I took an architectural studio class there. I majored in art and geography there, but took an architecture studio there. And my professor did these like amazing napkin sketches. And I was convinced that I was going to be an artist at that point. But I think that seeing that you can still be creative at a giant scale of architecture, that convinced me to maybe take the STEM route instead of just art.
Nice. I love that. But as far as like studio arts and geography are concerned, I mean, would you say that STEM is also involved in those subjects?
I think I made STEM, I inserted STEM into my artwork because every time I would paint something, it was always concerning three-dimensional objects or even architecture. Was very interested in sculpture. And then for geography, I fell in love with making these custom maps where you can kind of define your own variables in GIS. So let's say you wanted
what's
to,
GIS?
for some reason,
What's GIS? What's GIS?
It's basically this computer program, and there's a bunch of databases that you can use and pull data from to create your own map. So let's say you wanted to know how many of those baby cute little deer that you introduced before there are in
I do want to know
Buffalo,
how
New
many
York,
there are in there.
or in the major cities in the US. You could create a map that tells you that information.
I love this. I need to do that. Is that hard to do? I'm going to get that. GIS. I want to make maps.
Hard.
You could make maps for people like as a gift. Like if somebody did love poodoo deer, you could be like, here's where all the poodoo deer are. Like a custom map. That's a wonderful gift.
It's a wonderful tool. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you got into that, to making those maps, and that was like part of your artwork. And you're like, even this way, STEM is involved in what I'm creating.
Yep.
That's awesome. And when you were growing up, were you always into science and math and such?
I remember I won a middle school award for science, and math. I remember yes, I definitely, I think, excelled in math. I got an award, I think, for the highest score on my regents in my class,
Dang,
I think.
that's
So
crazy. Good for
I
you.
really loved it. And then I, I was between actually pre-med biology and art going
That's
into
awesome.
undergrad. Quite
Right.
different, but I think the specific professors that were involved in my academics at Colgate kind of steered me that direction of art, architecture,
That's awesome
STEM.
because it's like,
Yeah.
here's two things that we know you love and are good at. Why not do both of them? That's fun. I love that. And then tell me about hockey. When did you start playing hockey?
I started playing hockey when I was 7. My sister and I took figure skating lessons. Our parents taught us how to skate. I don't know, when we were like 3 or 4 years old. Just general ice skating. We did not like figure skating. We kept falling over the toe pick. Classic
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
So
Toe
when
pick.
we were actually asked to join a hockey team by the local coach, and we jumped at the opportunity. Also, my dad was a goalie, so he was thrilled. He was like, "Yes."
Oh, that's awesome. He
So
loved that you got into hockey. Of course.
absolutely, yeah. So him being a goalie, well, I started as a skater, playing like center defense, was not good. So
Yeah.
our coach was like, "Kim, hey, how about you go put the equipment on and stand in the net and see how that goes?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So I loved it because I like being different.
Yeah.
So the opportunity to wear all that fancy equipment,
Yeah.
all the pressure to stop the puck for your teammates, I loved it. So
You
my dad
like it.
was my goalie coach. I love it.
Nice. You like the pressure. You're like, give me the hardest part. Kind of. I mean, right?
Yeah, I'm a little aggressive.
I like it. That's awesome. And so then you got interested in coaching hockey. So you said your dad was a goal coach and he was your goalie. Is it goal coach or goalie coach? I don't know the terminology.
Goalie coach is fine. Yeah.
Goalie coach. I just got to get it right.
Goalie
So
coach.
when I'm talking to all my hockey friends, that I cannot mess that up. So, okay. So goalie coach. So your dad was a goalie coach and now you've become a goalie coach as well, I hear.
Yes, with my 2 goalie partners from my previous professional team. Katie Fitzgerald. I don't know if you're on here watching. Hi, Sarah Bryant.
Hi,
Hey.
Katie. I know how to say goalie coach now. That's awesome. And so the 3 of you, are you working together to just, are you coaching kids? Are you coaching adults or?
We are trying to be inclusive, all gender identities, ages.
Yeah.
Everyone
Anybody can
is
play
welcome.
hockey. Yes, that's awesome. I love that. And so now, what is your best piece of coaching advice?
I would say, I know this is cliche, but work hard. And I say that
No,
because
that is good.
when you
write
work
that down.
hard at something, through the years at practice, being involved in sports at such a young age, if you work hard at something, like, let's say when I was learning how to butterfly slide first, I was like, Dad, I'm never going to get this. I keep putting my opposite leg down first, falling over. And then you just keep working hard at it. And one day it just comes and happens. And you just prove to yourself that you can do anything you set your mind to. And so that kind of builds your confidence over the years. And you can take that confidence with you, whether it be in school, if you get a job later. So, and then second thing, be a good teammate. And I think that working hard will show your teammates that you're working hard to be a good teammate. So, and that also carries over to school. If you're on a group project, I don't know if they're doing group projects in, virtual learning settings, but
I'm
or
sure somebody
in
is
the
somewhere.
workplace.
Yeah.
So
That's
as
really
an
good.
architectural designer, we have to work together with the client, with the consultants, engineers, internally with the interior designer, architects, spec writers, project managers, everyone, the contractor who's building the architecture.
Yes, and this is how hockey and architecture are related, which I think we wanted to talk about too, right? Because it's all about being part of a team. It's all about working hard for your team. It's all about learning new things. And here's a clip from your piece. This is when you were teaching Erica about the interior of an ice hockey rink and how it was specifically designed, which is something we never thought of. And then you taught her how to shoot a goal. Kind of. She did okay, but it was her first time. But I remember we talked about how working as an interior architect and working on a hockey team are similar.
Yes. Again, I know that, people say, oh, this architect designed this building. Well, I highly doubt that the one architect
Seriously.
did all of the work for that building.
Yeah.
It takes a team.
Totally. And when you see something really crazy, that an architect makes, these newfangled buildings. But I imagine that there's all these engineers who get that drawing at the beginning. And I know that architects are, supposed to make sure that everything will work that they draw. But I'm sure that there are just teams of engineers and mathematicians and people who are in construction actually figuring out how to make that dream a reality. So it is all about teamwork. Ooh, here's some stuff that you've designed, right? Tell us about these interiors.
Well, disclaimer.
Yeah.
A lot of the design work came in the design development phase with our interior design group, going back and forth with the client. This is actually a project in Jersey City, so you can see the view from the cafe overlooking Manhattan.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
These are pictures I took on site.
I see it.
We go through the site when the project is nearing completion, and we make sure that the contractor has completed the space according to our contract documents, drawings, specifications.
That's awesome.
And we document anything that needs to be tweaked, changed, finished. So
that is awesome. And we have a question from Gilly for you, who's currently my favorite fan. What kind of buildings do you work on developing, and what's your favorite part of starting a new project?
So I work at HLW, an interior architecture firm. The office is out of Manhattan. We focus on corporate interior workplace design. My favorite part of starting a new project would be probably my fellow interior design colleagues create these amazing renderings and sometimes video walkthroughs of what their idea and their collaboration with the client, what they came up with. And then when we get that job captain, project architect, we're tasked with figuring out how to detail all of that wonderful design work. So just seeing, I guess, what they came up with.
The dream that they came up with, and then you're going to make it all work. That is fun.
Trying to make
it's
it
always
work,
fun to start a new project. I feel the same way about television. Like, I start a new project and I'm like, this is going to be the best show ever. And then 6 weeks in, I'm like, it's too hard. It's impossible. And then, finally you get through the whole thing. But the beginning is always super fun and exciting. Okay. So as you know, here on Science and Stuff, we like to have fun and we play a game every week called I know everything about. And we ask our guests, we make up a game specifically to your skill set. So for you, your game is called I Know Everything About Sports and Architecture. So see, you have to know two things. You don't even have to know, you'd have to know two things.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know so many things. This is what happens.
It's my fault.
Yeah. Exactly. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you 10 words that are either, I almost said archaeological, that would be a bummer if I also threw in archaeology for you there. But no, I will just stick to architecture
I
and
would get a big
sports.
fat 0 on that one.
It could be all Indiana Jones questions. You might do well. But yes, okay, so we've got, I'm going to ask you 10, I'm going to say 10 words that are either architectural terms or sports terms. And you tell us what it is. And then if you get them right, you'll get a chance to rise to the top of our prestigious Science and Stuff leaderboard, which you can see there's a lot of thought that's been put into this. We have 2 people tied at number 1 with 10 points.
2
and
number
Ashley
ones.
leading. I know, but I think you're gonna. I think you got a shot.
Number 1's my hockey number, so I need to.
She's
take
number
over,
1. I think you can. I think you can do this.
We'll
And you don't
see.
have to tell us what it is. You just have to tell us if it's science or architecture. If you
Got
know
it.
what it is, I'll give you bonus points. How do you like that?
Awesome.
She likes it. Oh, I should be pressing buttons.
Let's go.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. Okay, number 1. The word is genius loci. Science or architecture? I mean, sorry.
I'm gonna say
Sports or
architecture.
architecture? Architecture is correct.
Let's go with architecture.
Genius loci is an architecture term that refers to the prevailing character or atmosphere of a space. Sort of like the vibe in the space. So, the next time you walk into a restaurant that you love, try saying, I love this place's genius loci instead of, vibe, and see how it goes. Oh, I'm supposed to do this when you get it right. She got it right, everybody. She got it right. That's 1. 1 for Kimberly Sass. Next up, I think you're going to know this one. Sin bin. Sports or architecture?
Sports.
Sports. That's right. And do you know what it refers to, just for funsies?
The penalty box.
The penalty box. That's where you go when you do too many fouls, right? You get penalized and you get sent to the penalty
basically
box.
when you commit a crime in hockey.
Have you ever been in the penalty box, Kimberly?
I have not, no. And I actually don't like
Sorry, what's that?
I said I don't like when my teammates take penalties because then it makes it harder for me for the next 2
Yeah.
minutes to
Yeah.
help kill off the penalty.
So remember,
So I don't
be
like
a
the
good
sin bin.
teammate. See, I'm taking notes about the important things that you say. So if you be a good teammate and you work hard, and then you can get GIS maps for gifts later on. That's not on the same thing, but you understand what I mean. Okay, next one up is fenestration. Do you know what that is? Do you know if it's
Architecture.
architecture. Do you know what it
Architecture.
is? Do you know what it is?
Glazing. Letting light through the building. Windows.
Correct.
Glass,
it is
doors,
it-
windows.
That is correct. It has to do with the elevations of the doors and windows on a building, and as it pertains to light going through them. That's fenestration. Very good. I am impressed. Next up, we have deke. Do you know what deke is?
Yep. Hockey.
Hockey
So
term.
when my
and
teammates try to, in a breakaway, fake
Breakaway.
me out,
It's like
try to get
fake.
the puck past me.
That's right.
Not happening.
That's right.
Nice try.
But it never happens to you, Kimberly Sass. All right, next up. I mean, right now you're 4 for 4. So, I mean, you're killing it. And you know what they are, too, which isn't even a requirement of the game. So, I think we're killing it here. Next word, stylobate.
I'm going to go with
Stylobate.
architecture.
It is architecture, and this is a continuous base supporting a row of columns in classical Greek architecture. So I just decided to find that for you since you probably haven't done a whole lot of classical Greek architecture lately or ever. But back in the day, I tell you, ancient Greece, stylobates were all the rage in architecture. Next up, they were huge.
That was
yesterday.
yesterday.
I know. Oh, no, it's so ancient Greece. Next up, we have mullion. Mullion.
Architecture.
Do you know what that is? It is architecture. And this is insane, but it's the vertical bar that goes there in a in the window. That's the mullion.
Yep.
I asked my producers, what's the horizontal one? They don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
We have a lot of office fronts in our designs, basically like a glass partition system, and so that's what divides the panels of glass up.
There you go, mullion. I can't have too many mullions. Okay, next one, worm burner. I love this one. I didn't know what this means. Do you know what it is? Sports or architecture?
Sports.
That's right, sports. So worm burner. It refers to a golf ball that just goes right along the ground, burning worms along the way. Did you know that?
I'm not a golfer.
Me neither. And that's why I'm so happy to have learned it, because now I can just go throw worm burner around like I'm an expert if I ever do go golfing, and I'm probably going to, just so that I can say worm burner. It's a good enough reason as far as I'm concerned. Next up, the word is hoser. You hoser. I use it in a sentence.
Sports.
It is a sports term, and it actually comes from pre-Zamboni days when the losing hockey team used to have to hose down the ice to make it all smooth again. That's why it's called hosers. It's comparable to like the American like losers, which I did not know that either, and I've been hearing that word thrown around for years. So there you go, hoser. What is her score so far? We're on number 8. She's got 8. You're 8 for 8. Kim Sass, you're 8 for 8.
Yes.
You're about to tie with 2 other people for first place. All right, next up, we have the word poche.
Architecture.
Poche. It is architecture. And you probably know what this is. Do you know the definition?
Yes, it's the shaded region to represent in an architectural drawing that you're cutting through the wall as you look down, bird's eye view of the floor plan. Yes.
That's exactly right. That is what a poche is. Next word. Oh my gosh, I love this. Fartlek. Sports or architecture? Fartlek.
Sports.
It is sports. And it is speed play in Swedish. It's continuous training with interval training. So it's like you run and then you do intervals and then you run more and then you do intervals. That is a fartlek. And that is the end of sports or architecture starring Kimberly Sass. And she is 10 for 10. That means we are going to put her right at the top. Oh, there she is, number 3, kind of indented in an odd place, but still 10 nonetheless. We'll figure out how to arrange you all up there someday. And maybe...
Is there a tiebreaker?
Oh, Kim Sass just had a great idea. I have to... Is the applause button working? That one doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. That's exactly what we're going to do, is we're going to end up having a tiebreaker for all of our top people, or maybe make up some more hard games. But either way, we still have 3 of you at the top, so for sure you will have to come back for a tiebreaker. So, Kim, before we say goodbye, I just want to thank you so much for joining us, and let us know where we can follow you on social media.
Thanks for having me. I am _ the Daily Sass.
The Daily Sass, that's right. I remember that.
Twitter.
I follow her. The Daily Sass. Very good. On Instagram and Twitter. That is a great handle. Thank you so much, Kimberly. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on Science and Stuff. Really appreciate it.
Bye guys.
Love
Stay
you.
sassy.
Bye.
Thanks, Anna.
You too. Stay sassy. See you on Instagram. All right, everybody, that was Kimberly Sass, interior architect and professional hockey player, as if one wasn't enough. All right, next up, we have Laila and Isra Shabir. Laila and Isra, there they are. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. They've already taught me so much about video games. We've only talked like once. Laila and Isra are making big moves to help young girls learn to design video games with their company Girls Make Games. Because guess what? The industry, the video game industry, is 78% male, right? And that means the people who work in the video game industry. Because I think I read a statistic that said that 46% of the players are actually female.
That's
right?
correct.
Is that right?
Hi, Anna. Thanks so much for having us. We're so excited.
Yes, sorry.
to be
I
here.
just jump in right away with statistics.
I know.
You
I know. We can't wait to talk about it. So, no, definitely. Yes. So it is. It's over two-thirds. Like you said, almost 80% male-dominated development industry. But, there's almost half of the gamers out there, people that play games, are women. And I think it's because a lot of women don't identify as gamers because they play on their phones, which I bet you are. Like, if you asked you, Anna, are you a gamer? You'd be like, no, but I'm sure, like, on your downtime.
I play tons of games on my phone.
You play tons.
Yes.
Like we'll see later, right? Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes, like you will see later. Yes, exactly. But so thank you so much for joining us. Laila is the founder and CEO of Girls Make Games and a lifelong gamer herself. And Isra is the business development lead for Girls Make Games. And after our interview, stay on because we're all going to play Among Us and you're going to get to watch it. I do a lot of wandering around and it's going to be super, super fun. And you two have a lot of background in just kind of all areas of science, technology, engineering, and math, I feel like, because you went to MIT. Between the two of you, I read stuff about an econometrics, neuroscience, computer science, business, and just like everything. Ooh, and they're going to do one other thing that I'm super excited about. Sorry, you just have a long intro and it's all over the place, but there's a lot going on with you two. They are going to give us STEM personality tests. Me and Elena Garcia. Elena, do you want to join us here on camera? Elena Garcia is our producer and a huge, let me give you applause. A huge video game fan herself. Yes, and sorry, let me move over. Can you get in there? Yeah. Get in there, Tiger. Do you want the microphone here?
Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem. There, she's going to talk into that microphone.
That mic is so cute.
Thank you.
That little mic.
She brought it. It's Elena's, but I have since put it in this little neon.
It's like an extra
bone hand,
cute.
so we can hold it out to you
like
if you need to talk or whatever.
That's so cute.
Yeah, thank you.
Really
So do you want to just jump right in and tell us about yourselves and how you ended up here now, entrepreneurs, and working with girls to make video games?
I think it's definitely, like, if there was one word that we would both describe it as, it's unexpected and accidental. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is this a good time? Should we come back, Anna?
No, please. It's always a great time.
I'm just kidding.
It was accidental.
So we both grew up in the UAE. We grew up in the United Arab Emirates, and our parents were Pakistani, so we're Pakistani immigrants. Growing up, the childhood is fairly traditional for immigrants in the Middle East. For me, I think like the highlights would probably be like trying to pretend to be a boy, so I could cut my hair short so I could go play soccer outside in our backyard because girls don't play outside back there, and just kind of read a ton of books that talked about how education transforms lives. And I wanted to just kind of get out of there, and college was the ticket to do it. So I focused all of my energies, like I would say maybe in middle school, like 4th or 5th grade. No, wait, that's elementary. So in elementary school, I decided I wanted to go to college that would like get me out of here, probably somewhere in the UK. So Harvard, Oxford, all of those were like my dream schools. And I just figured out a way to get there using the internet. And that kind of changed my life. And then 5 years later.
Yeah, so I was a little bit different from Laila. I didn't really notice all the cultural subtleties for girls. I was just a school nerd. I'd go to school, I'd be like, okay, where are my friends at? I need to meet you guys. Let's go to club meetings. So I was really lost in that world until Laila went to MIT, and I was like, oh my God, there's another world outside of school?
There's a bigger school.
Get there.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I decided that I too wanted to follow her, because she's been an inspiration, and I was like, well, if she went to MIT, I gotta go to MIT or somewhere better.
Or equivalent, but there wasn't anything better, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
But I think that growing up for us, like you said, we were so committed to education. Like that was definitely from our parents. They were both prioritized a good education for us, and they wanted us to understand what it means to really learn and be empowered by learning. So it was less about, hey, you got to grow up and become XYZ career. It's more about learning. And it shows in our career paths. So when I picked economics because it was about, I was really compelled to study income inequality and wealth distribution. So basically how people become rich or poor or whatever, and why some people are richer and how does wealth distribute around the world. Isra had like a more of you went into sciences and then
so back in high school I was always a science kid, so I kind of wanted to stay in science in school, but when I got into college it was very, very confusing. I wanted to do everything, so I actually tried economics, and no, that didn't work. Then I went into neuroscience, and brains weren't really for me. And then I ventured into bioengineering, and finally...
Is that when you had the lab rats?
That's when I had the lab rats,
Okay.
yeah. So I couldn't deal with lab rats and cells research. And finally I was like, let me do math. But then math was too theoretical. And
I guess you stumbled on computer science.
I stumbled on coding, actually.
I love it that
Intro
you
to programming class.
stumbled upon computer science after economics, neuroscience, all of these things. Now you're stumbling into computer science. Amazing.
Yes. And then I decided to stick with that in junior year.
So at MIT, taking computer science is just called giving into peer pressure.
Hey, we're the coolest.
Are you calling her a follower?
No, we have a rivalry at MIT about like all of the humanities. They're just like, you're not a real major. The sciences are real. I'm just teasing, but yeah. No,
no, I believe in it.
Oh my God, that mask is amazing.
I got this clear mask. I feel bad because I'm smiling so big and I'm enjoying everything you're saying, and I want you to be able to see it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we got these clear ones.
I want us to have an honest relationship. I like that.
I know.
Like when Anna smiles, you need to see her smile. Yeah.
I'm smiling.
Sweet. So that's kind of like, so when I graduated, so I went into econ and finance and then all of that stuff. And I would say the biggest accident of my life after getting into MIT was meeting my husband, who at that time played Halo intensely. And I was just like, oh my God, why would you waste your life on this? And he was like, do you know how cool video games are? You can do so much. And that was kind of when I was on the track to pursue a PhD and become a professor and teach. And he was like, you want to teach? Use video games to teach, because, kids love games. And that was where I basically was like, all right, I'm going to quit my job and move across the country to California. We started a game studio. I knew nothing about making games. And then from there on, obviously the economist in me never died. And, as we couldn't find women to join the studio, we were like, hey, why are there no girls? Let's go see where the girls are and why they won't come join the industry. And so it was meant to be a social experiment to kind of meet the kids and be like, hey, do you want to come join, make games with us?
Right.
And here we are 6 years later.
So you really were just like, to your husband, you were like, you're spending so much time playing Halo, why are you doing this? And you thought it was a waste of time originally.
Yes. He's
amazing.
He's extremely intelligent. He's actually a mathematician. He's like Putnam ranked and everything. And he was just like, no, I want to play games.
Yeah.
So I didn't get it. And it was extremely educational.
But now you get it though, and now you love it.
Oh my gosh, now I get it. And then Isra too. I think you had a similar journey where you were like, video games? Why is she doing video games?
Yeah, for the longest time, I did not understand. I was just like, video games? Isn't that where like people just like blow things up and it's all violence and everything?
Right.
The only other game that I played was like Counter-Strike, which is like literally like going around shooting people. So I was like, why is Laila into this?
I thought she was smart. But
awesome.
now, I mean, like Laila said, it's it has transformed the whole experience of Girls Make Games has transformed the image of games for me, and I really see it.
She's a believer.
I am a total believer.
Nice.
Games are for change.
And I think that's kind of like that whole stigma thing of like how we're introed into games as girls, where, you know, I think the first game I ever played is this Nintendo game. It's called Kid Nicky. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but it was a Nintendo game, and it was this little guy, and he was like a karate like ninja, and he would just go around and like punch birds and like punch people.
Birds.
And that was like the whole game, and it was called Kid Nicky. And I remember that was like the first game, but that's like you're introed into like whatever your boy cousins were playing, or like your whoever was playing. And so I think it's really interesting how it's changed, because like my cousins, it's like, oh, their first game now is Animal Crossing, or like you know, Ooblets or something like that. So
do you punch birds in Animal Crossing?
You don't punch
no
birds
bird
in
punching.
Animal Crossing.
I wouldn't have
No
liked the
violence.
bird punching.
There's just one punchable character in the game in there.
No, there's zero.
Oh my gosh. And why would you say it's such a good time for girls to get into the gaming industry?
So I think like for us, like we're big believers in the medium itself. It's such a massive industry, and it's only going from strength to strength. I mean, we've seen like games like Fortnite have brought like concerts to the platform, so you don't even have to go to the concert. And this is before quarantine. So these are massive concerts taking place. But basically, like it's a $170 billion industry, and it's growing like crazy. What that means is there's so many eyes on it. And for me, especially coming from an education and social change point of view, it's very important to meet kids where they are and what content they're consuming. I want to be a part of, I want to educate people on creating good content and good games that are good for all of us, and kind of help us look at the world differently and open up our eyes and educate us in different ways. Education doesn't have to be like, oh, I got to know like the genome sequence of this, or, I got to memorize these chemistry reactions. It's about understanding the people around us. And video games have such a strong ability to help us empathize with people, because we play characters that we normally wouldn't be. Like, we're not flying. We're not like in Animal Crossing, we're never going to live like that. But we get to play all these characters. So it's extremely important to get that voice out there, because like I said, everyone's using games, everyone's playing games. And if we're influencing the next generation, it should be everyone, gets to have a say in what kind of games are made.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, learning should be fun. It should never be.
I feel like sorry. Go ahead, Isra.
I was just saying that, Laila touched on this point earlier. Learning has to be fun. If it's all about like learning from textbooks and just going to class and sitting there and having your teacher instruct you for that 1 hour, that's not necessarily learning. Some people will absorb it, but a lot of kids might not actually enjoy that format. So games are it's literally like a free pass for education,
I like that, free pass.
Yeah, so it's a great medium to kind of hook them in, and then you make a game that actually teaches them something at the end of the day.
I love it. And how many tell us about Girls Make Games. Like what is the program like?
You want to take that?
You're the founder of Girls Make Games.
Fine, I'll be the spokesperson. So we've been running since 2014. The program has reached over 6,000 girls in these years. We've run workshops, summer camps, boot camps, all kinds of stuff. We've even taught a workshop at the White House, which was kind of insane in 2016.
That's awesome.
We literally took a band of girls and we went to the White House and we made a game in one of those offices where they have all these other meetings. And we're just sitting there coding games. But I think at the end of the day, this year was an insane year for us, because we kind of expected to cancel our camps, and we're like, no one's going to meet in person. How are we going to replicate, what making a game is like online? It's one thing to code, but that's not what the camp is about. It's about community. Right. It's about meeting your friends that you haven't seen for years.
Right.
It's about going to the GMG shop, because everyone earns gold at camp if you answer questions or help a friend. And that gold can be spent at the shop. You can get plushies and all that fun stuff. So all the tactical.
What's the age limit? What's the age? Like, how do we get into one of these camps? I want to win gold and go to the shop. You have to be under 18?
It's plastic gold. It's like pirate plastic gold coins. But the fun part is you can get a big...
Yeah, go ahead.
Pusheen. You got a big Pusheen
Wants a
plush.
bling bling.
She wants a bling bling. But taking it online at the end of the day, it was kind of, we were just blown away by like how the kids reacted to it, because they're digital natives. Like unlike us, we had to figure things out. They were like, we know, like Zoom is real. We've been taking classes. We're gonna hang out. We'll make friends. And they had zero barriers to like getting to know each other, playing games together. We played tons of Jackbox and lots of great games together.
That's awesome.
And about 200 girls came in from over 54 cities around the country. And now this fall, we've opened up the program to. Oh my gosh!
I love it.
So good. Thank you, Ed.
There we go.
Well, I was
I'm
saying,
learning,
the program
I'm
is now
learning,
open
yeah.
to kids everywhere, like all over the world. So we have classes running right now, weekend classes that kids can just join.
Dude,
And we offer 100% scholarships. So yeah, I would say 2020 started out very scary, but very cool now.
that's awesome. That's great that it's going so well. Do you enjoy working together? That's a question from Gilly for
it's
you.
coming up to a
Our biggest
year
fan.
in like
Yeah.
December, January.
So
What do you say?
I have never regretted a day since I joined. So
Aww, that's so sweet.
look at that.
We need like an
yeah.
button. Let's remember that for next time. We need like an button. Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up. from,
About next
Chris
time.
over here.
We'll be
Yeah,
back
yeah.
for that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I've been trying to recruit her forever. So when we started Girls
Yeah.
Make Games, you were a junior.
I was a junior at that time.
She was in junior in
yeah.
college, and I came in and I was like, "What are you doing this summer? Come intern with us. We're starting this thing out." She's like, "Ew, video games."
That's so funny. And now you're obsessed, aren't you? And now you're totally
Sorry?
obsessed. Now you're totally obsessed,
And now I'm
right,
totally
Isra?
obsessed. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like just being around the right people who can show you the right things can transform your mind. So for me, like I came here and I was like, okay, there are a lot of games here. What do I do? And literally
Yeah.
what we've been doing is like every other night I just watch Ish, the co-founder of Girls Make Games, and her husband. I watch him play games and it's just amazing. Like he makes it look so seamless, but it's actually such a challenge to get through so many puzzles, and it's so enjoyable just to watch that. So I was like, oh my god, if I was doing this when I was like 10 or 12,
Yeah.
I would be much smarter than I am today.
Yeah, video games make you intelligent,
Everybody's so
guys.
smart.
Yeah, like
I know.
She wants
like
to be smarter.
that's the thing that Isra said. I think like a lot of times we look at video games as the end, but video games are actually the means.
Yeah.
It's pretty much always the means. It's a means to connect with your family, with your friends. It's a means to, experience a story, experience something that you normally don't get to do in your life. And that's such an amazing power that games have.
That's awesome.
So now that you like games now, then what are you playing now?
What are you playing, Isra?
Among Us?
Among Us. We're going to play that in a little bit.
That's for fun. It's a casual game, but I have been playing a little bit of League, not too much. I just got into it very recently. For the longest time, I hated the graphics. It was just so busy, and you have to look at it top down. I did play Counter-Strike, like I said, for like a year. So making that transition from Counter-Strike to League was like a
very
worlds
different.
apart.
Yeah.
But I'm actually trying to get really good next year. So
Okay.
I am trying to play League.
So are you more of a
Yeah.
computer gamer than a console gamer?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I
yeah.
am more of a
Yeah.
computer gamer.
Definitely. Both
I
of us
cannot
more PC,
play.
yeah.
I cannot
Yeah.
use the console. Like
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Quick question. I wanted to ask about the girls. Did you have any graduates from Girls Make Games that ended up working
Yeah.
in the industry? Yeah.
So they haven't gotten to the industry. They're pretty close. They're starting to get internships at like Microsoft and PlayStation and
Cool.
DoubleFine.
Internship
But I
is
will be back.
basically it. Once you get an internship
basically
and
it.
you do well, you will go. There's no question. So
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes, we definitely have a lot of girls who come out of the program and they years later will come back and say, if it wasn't for Girls Make Games, like I wouldn't know that this career existed because I was going to go into computer science and then the tech industry. So there's still a lot of people that go into tech, but I think for many of us, like Isra, she comes from tech. the storytelling aspect and the power of games is just, it's not very obvious because we think of games, it falls under entertainment, and entertainment is not serious business, So it's like, if you want to be serious, you go into tech. If you want to like just have fun, go into entertainment. But look at us, we're working so hard.
I know.
Serious. Look at us, we're all working so hard.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
Yeah, we totally believe it.
Yeah,
we believe you.
You get it. You get it.
Yes.
Okay, so we asked all of these questions. What's next? Oh, the STEM personality test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to give us the STEM personality test. Go ahead. You lead.
What do you mean?
All
right, who would you rather have dinner with? The Hulk or Iron Man?
I choose Iron Man.
I'm going Iron Man as well.
Let's go.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Okay. There should be more. There's like 6 other questions, right?
Yeah, next question.
Oh, there you go. So what's your favorite kind of nerd? Twitch streamer or Jeopardy champion?
I'm going to go with Jeopardy.
What?
I mean, there's so many different types of nerds I love. Like, there's no like.
Think of fellow gamers as nerds.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Twitch streamer. They're total nerds.
Ooh. So this quiz is going to tell you, by the way, what kind of STEM career. There's like 2 broad categories. You'll find out soon.
So I said Tony Stark and I said Twitch. Ooh, Nikola Tesla or Elon Musk.
When you hear Tesla.
Tesla. Nikola Tesla.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Alina? I didn't hear yours.
I choose Nikola Tesla as well.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
When learning something new, do you prefer to dig deeper and do the research, or look for a TLDR, hit Stack Overflow, or Reddit?
I hate to admit it, but I'm going to Reddit probably.
Yeah, me too.
We have no time. We've got no time.
Yeah.
This is the internet age.
Yep, that's what I'm doing too.
There's probably a scientist in like the comments somewhere with on Reddit. That's why you don't have to do the research. Okay, who would you rather watch on Twitch, Ninja or GM Hikaru?
Ninja.
So Hikaru is a chess player. He's a chess GM.
GM Hikaru.
GM Hikaru.
I don't know who GM Hikaru is, so sorry.
He's a chess GM.
He was like a chess
grandmaster.
Yeah, he was like a chess prodigy.
Like straight up chess? Like you want to watch him play chess?
Yeah. He's streaming. He's so popular now.
Yeah.
You have
now
to
that I know
out.
who he is, I still prefer to watch Ninja. Yeah.
Well,
he's in your town in Los Angeles.
GM Hikaru might be embarrassed right now.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe I'll try it out. You know what? I'll give him a chance. But right now, I'm going with Ninja.
Hikaru needs to
We got him one new viewer.
I will get one new viewer. I'm going to write this down. All right, next question.
If you made a scientific discovery, would you rather win the Nobel Prize for it or sell the patent for $10 million?
I feel personally attacked by this question.
Oh, no.
I feel like you've thought about this, Elena.
Because
I'd rather win a Nobel Prize.
And
for
I would
sure.
rather take the money.
Yeah,
nice.
I know. We're split too. Yeah. She wanted the Nobel Prize and I wanted the money.
Yeah, I just want the award.
I was like, I will get the money and then that's like 10 Nobel Prizes and I can hire the Nobel laureates. I'm just kidding. I'm like,
she wanted to start a whole pipeline.
I was like, I'll hire 10 Nobel laureates.
I wanna put that Nobel Prize right next to my 3rd grade cheerleading trophy for participation. I just think that would look great together. Yeah.
That would go right under that Twitter hashtag that's going on. Like then, where it started and how it started and how it's going. Have you guys seen that?
No,
so it'd be like your trophy and then your Nobel Prize.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's
transformation.
Nice. Upgrade. Constantly upgrading. Are there more questions?
That's it. That's the last. Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
So what did we get?
How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait.
6.
Do you have the link? Do you have the link for the quiz? Because that quiz is supposed to calculate it for you.
Oh, we're supposed to be playing it as we go.
Yeah.
I just want to make it clear that I'm the talent. I don't do the research for the graphics or the links or know anything about this.
That's totally fine. I designed the quiz.
Yeah, that's true. So who is it?
So I really think Elena is more of an engineer and Anna is a scientist. God help us all.
I thought he was right. You seem like an engineer. You love video games.
She puts things together.
Yeah,
And
she loves electronics,
and I also
too.
love money, so that's
And
great.
she loves
Now,
money.
there you go. Also, like Anna, you definitely
like awards,
deserve
though,
that
too.
Nobel Prize now.
Yeah, that's
What's
true.
that?
I said you totally deserve that Nobel Prize. You got scientist.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm going to learn about that gentleman who plays chess.
Yeah, Hikaru. We gave her so much publicity on this.
I'll let you know what I think of him as soon as I find out. All right. Oh, it's time for our game. Let's do
it.
Clappy clappies. I feel like I have to hold it.
I feel like it's not fair because like
I have to hold it down until it starts. Okay, got it. It's time for our game. I know everything about. We play I know everything about with all of our guests, and we tailor a game specifically to your expertise. So Laila and Isra, we're going to play I know everything about video games with you, and we're going to show you. Yes, we're going to show you items from famous games, and it's your challenge to.
We're going to show you the outlines of characters, and you're going to have to guess who it is from the outline.
There you go.
sounds like a plan.
And I'm very excited for this game.
All right, here we go.
I am super excited for the game. Let's go. I
Super
love
excited
quizzes.
too.
What?
Who is this? Do you know who it is?
This is some kind of pig.
No, it looks like a girl
Give him
to
a hint.
me.
Give him a hint.
Okay, it's one of the best guitar players in the world.
Oh no.
Banjo.
One of the goals in this game is to get him to visit your island, and he plays music for you every Sunday.
Animal Crossing.
But it's a character from Animal Crossing. You're supposed to guess his name.
Animal Crossing guitar dude.
Animal Crossing guitar dude. I'm gonna give it to him. Just kidding. It's KK Slider. It's KK.
It's right. I told you
Slider.
we should have played Animal Crossing before.
All right, next up.
I
Next
heard
up.
the next one. We got this.
Okay.
This is
Next
Link.
up. Next up.
Nice.
Baby Link. Baby Link.
So cute.
Oh, they just recognized that immediely. Baby Link. All right, next up.
That's Peach.
Peach.
Zelda. Peach.
Yeah.
Not Peach.
Well done. All right, next up.
A Crash Bandicoot.
Yay! And is a bandicoot an actual animal?
I think so.
Did we determine that?
No.
Do you
I
know?
don't know? No,
I think it is. People vote in. If any of our our followers know if Bandicoot, not particularly Crash Bandicoot, is real. But if a Bandicoot itself is a real
It's
animal.
a real animal.
What? It is?
Yeah.
You learned it here on Science and Stuff.
Bandicoots are small marsupials native to Australia and New Guinea that use their front feet to dig for food. It's hard not to like an animal associated with the phrase snout pokes.
Snout
So
poke.
cute.
We learned something new. I love that. All right, next up.
Oh God, this is from Fall Guys, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. That is absolutely. Next up.
Kirby.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wrong.
Well, that was a trick one.
No.
That was a trick one. And when that came up, Elena totally said, she goes, this is a trick one because people are going to think it's Kirby and it's not.
Oh my
And she
God,
literally said that.
Elena.
And you
Okay.
fell right into her trap. Evie.
But Link, I went to camp because that's where I learned what an Eevee is. Because if I hadn't been to camp, the kids wouldn't have told me. Oh God, no.
Do you know who this is?
Oh God.
Oh no.
Hint.
Familiar.
Can I call a friend?
Helpline.
This game has to do with rings.
Sonic.
Yes, but
Really?
this is Sonic's friend.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Sonic has no friend. He is a solo queue.
Hedgehog.
Okay.
She
I never played Sonic, even though I grew up with that, with like people around me playing Sonic. This was sad.
Tails. So cute.
Did you know Tails?
All right. Next up.
Okay. This is from Minecraft. It's like creeper dude or something, right?
Yay.
Oh my god.
See, it's not the easiest. Okay.
Looks so familiar.
This one is good.
This looks so
One
familiar.
of them has a nose. One of them has wings.
It's two characters.
Two characters you can tell because there's
And they're a team.
you see like a nose coming out the side and then not wings coming out the top.
Oh, like this is the nose, and then those are the wings.
Yeah. At the top.
Oh, losing my memory.
Is it a classic?
Yes. And I believe they just recently were just joined Smash.
Did we have it at camp?
No. If it's recent, then
Like
no.
the yellow animal?
No.
No.
It's
This is a no.
okay.
It's okay. She's like, it's okay. And she
Oh my
slowly
God.
reaches for the boo.
Okay,
Now
so
do you
you know what?
recognize
This was very educational for me because I had always heard Banjo-Kazooie, but I had no idea what they were. And now for the next quiz, I'm ready.
Yes, she's gonna kill the next quiz. What'd they score?
That's a great question.
You got 7
That
out
was
of
a
10.
great selection.
It was a good selection, right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Cool.
Elena, have you played all the games?
I have played all those games.
That's
yes.
awesome.
All of the ones. Wow,
That's crazy.
that's amazing.
I think I'm of every console or every like game platform, I think Nintendo is probably the one that I've played the most games out of.
Nice.
cool.
That's so cute.
If it's Nintendo, I'll play it.
Nice. Nintendo has that bond with its players. Like you grow up with it and you kind of just stick with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was my first console. I feel like a lot of kids, that was their first console.
Yeah.
We're very excited.
Very
Okay,
heartwarming.
now we have a super fun like game, and the audience loves this game. Oh, okay. Well, here's your leaderboard.
We're in second place. Yes. 2 brains together equaled
Good
half.
job. You had a hard game. You definitely had a hard game.
Yeah.
Okay,
God.
now we're gonna play a game called Would You Rather, and everyone who's watching the stream, please feel free to like put your answers in there as well. Your first question is: would you rather play Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64?
The classic feel
Yeah.
versus the modern feel. Oh.
Okay.
I'd go for Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I guess 64 for me too.
What would you choose?
Is Nintendo the first one and Nintendo 64 the new one?
Next question.
Or
Next
vice
question.
versa?
64
I know
came
it.
before 65.
I know I played both.
I would say Nintendo 64.
Is that the old one?
No, Super Nintendo was first, and then
Oh.
Nintendo 64.
Okay, got it.
Okay, next question: Animal Crossing or Animal Crossing New Horizons?
Oh, definitely New
New
Horizon. Definitely.
Agreed.
What about you?
Oh my gosh, me too,
I
totally.
I agree. Would you rather be kidnapped by Bowser or Donkey Kong?
Bowser, because I feel like he's really misunderstood.
Oh,
That's how I felt in the.
I think he's just ugly. He's actually a nice guy. He's just really scary looking, but he's actually a nice guy. I feel like he is, and I feel like he's just having a bad time.
yeah. I
And
want to go to Donkey Kong though.
He's just got more.
But
Personality.
Bowser has.
Lucy.
But Bowser makes a cute
Donkey
baby,
Kong.
baby Bowser. Baby Bowser's so
Baby
cute.
Bowser's really cute. It's true.
Okay, Halo or Call of Duty?
Oh, definitely Halo 1000%. Like, no question.
I don't play it, so I can't give my.
You should play Halo Infinite. It's coming out soon.
I mean, Halo is what got Layla started on this whole thing to begin with. So
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm
if
more
there's
of
a
like
game to be played.
Like, I love The Last of Us, and like, I like that whole like story aspect of it. Where I
Halo
don't know about
campaign
Halo.
has a story. It's kind of cool.
But is
I feel like Infinite will be.
good? Is it as good as The Last of Us or Uncharted?
I think stories are subjective.
Oh, good point.
I feel like Pac-Man had a story, so you know. Like,
Had to eat
How about snakes?
stuff.
I guess.
That's the story.
Snake had a story too.
Would you rather play Stardew Valley or The Sims?
Oh, definitely Stardew Valley for me.
I think I would.
Isra's over Stardew Valley. She's like, I don't want to farm anymore. It's too much work.
I don't like farming. I can't get behind the cute
She was
too
like-
much.
Like, we were playing Stardew, and she's like, "Why is this so chill? This is too chill in a bad way." And I was like, "What does that mean? It's too chill in a bad
It's
way."
too wholesome.
Just
I
coming
gotta
from a
vote for
counter there, what
Sims.
do you think?
That's true.
Yeah,
We
I
got to
think I
vote
would
from
go-
our audience for Sims.
Yeah, it
the
seems
Sims
like
is
Sims
Wow.
says JLR Sands.
Is
What
very
about you, Elena and Anna?
I say Stardew Valley only because I put so much put way more hours into Stardew Valley than I have into Sims.
Nice.
And Sims, I like to give them like very weird storylines. So
So she always
I
leaves
tend
us.
to not play that one very often.
Yeah, Stardew Valley too.
Would you rather have Smash Brothers or Mario Kart?
I think Smash Brothers.
Brothers.
Yeah. Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash.
Interesting.
I'd go Mario Kart.
Nice.
I feel like Mario Kart is a little bit easier to play with more people because you're all using the same skill. But if you're playing Smash, then like everybody has to be good at their character or a character,
so
or
like
else it's not even playing field.
I think there's something about fighting games. Like
Ooh,
we
I
grew
missed that
up
one.
with like Tekken and
Street
Street
Fighter.
Fighter and that kind of stuff. So we just really like punching things.
Flying into this.
And like, yeah, just
Coming
kicking
back.
and
But
like,
no
yeah, we're like all
farming.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a hit indie game or a hit studio game?
So AAA or indie?
Ooh.
I feel like you can do so much more with indie, but you can like reach so many more people with AAA. Ah, this is a tough one. I lean towards indie.
I lean towards AAA.
You guys are
Final
the
Fantasy.
opposite.
I love
Final Fantasy came
I
out
was
this
like,
year.
can we make a game?
Yeah, she's like,
this
why
in
can't we
life?"
make Final Fantasy 7? I was like, because we're not Square
so
Enix.
Amazing.
Like, we can't make this game, Isra.
Like, if it's not epic, I'm not playing it.
It needs it to be epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here is your last question. Would you rather have a Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts or an energy sword from Halo?
Get back to that. Definitely energy sword from Halo. That's for me.
I think me too.
You too, yeah.
But the Kingdom Hearts way cooler.
It is. It's cooler. I think it's more like. What do you relate to? So the FPSs that we do end up playing, like Halo to me still doesn't feel very much FPS-y. It feels kind of it's more casual to me than other FPSs. It's not as violent looking and all that stuff. So everything in there is just like I have Master Chief plushes and whatnot. So
Well, that was an excellent game of Would You Rather. Even though our audience sometimes didn't agree with your choices, that's okay because it's about what you want, not what everybody else wants. But now we're gonna play Among Us, right?
yay! Let's go.
Have you played? Is everybody in this room playing Among Us? You got the app? How many people we gonna have?
I'll get the code for.
No, they have to host it.
If you want to download,
You guys
it,
are hosting it, right?
Yeah. Elena, I think is gonna host it, right?
Yes, I'm gonna host it.
No.
This game is so. Oh, does Face ID work with this? Nope. Clear Mask still does not work for Face ID. I was hoping it would work. Does not. That's okay, because Clear Mask, you can still see some stuff.
Oh,
Are you gonna be? Oh, you are streaming. Nice.
Oh, there it is, right on the screen. There's the code too. All right.
Oh God, the code is right there.
There it is. That's all right. Other people gonna join?
Yes.
I switched my the operation from. Oh, there's Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
How did she join before me? I just texted her the code.
You can see it on.
She's probably
God.
watching TV.
Smart girl.
I switched watching Twitch. I switched my way to operate it so that I can just touch screen instead of joystick, and it's so much easier.
Mm.
Is everybody here? How many people do we have?
Yeah. Wait. Is it?
We've got
1, 2, 3.
Layla, we've got Elena, we've got Isra, we've got Crystal,
There's 6 of us. I thought we were gonna be 8.
I think, are you going to join, Kiki? Mm-hmm. You going to join, Lexi? Oh, they're joining.
Yay.
Hi, Crystal.
I love this.
You need the QR. It's on the board. QUEQRQ.
we're gonna get random.
I probably gave you the wrong thing. QUEQRQ. I probably wrote it down wrong.
Oh, there's Louise.
Lila, why
dang,
is your name all
Louise.
caps?
Elena. She's like,
Yeah,
Elena!
I didn't have my old account anymore,
Yeah.
so I don't have my thing following me around or the paper
Mine
bag
is
on my head.
Anna. All right, are we ready? Is everybody here? Who's missing? Lexi, how do I go back?
Kiki's missing.
Kiki's coming.
That's it then. Just Kiki, and then we'll be good.
Okay.
There's a dude in here.
Oh no.
We got a new dude.
Okay, if anyone's joining, we have one more spot.
We do have one more spot.
Oh, we could ask.
And what does
Okay,
that say?
that's it. That's a full house.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Here we go. Oh.
You might be.
Oh, I
We
love
know
it.
who it is.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, if it's you. Oh. Okay.
Who's streaming? Because now we know who it is.
Well. Oh geez. I'm stressed. I can hear the sound. Oh, you're not supposed to talk right now. Right, guys, you're not supposed to talk right now. Oh geez. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Reactor
Somebody needs to-
meltdown. Oh, we're not supposed to talk. Oh, snap. They're just, I see. Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
2 people are dead.
They killed 2 people! I can't
They
touch!
killed my sister.
They killed your sister!
They killed my sister.
You killed her sister! Oh, wait, now you guys are supposed to talk, right?
Yeah, now we can talk. And
can't hear
Justin
that.
has already voted, which is really sus.
You want to take one of these?
Not very COVID safe.
I know. Sorry. There you go.
Okay, like I have seriously zero thoughts because I didn't see anyone. I just saw Crystal and I saw.
But who went into when we went to the reactor? Who was in there
Not me.
and helped out?
Not me.
I think Crystal.
Crystal's at the game. What?
Oh,
She a murderer?
Eddie. Let's vote Eddie out. Oh shit!
Because we don't know Eddie? Vicious.
Okay.
I voted someone.
Vicious.
I know. Okay. Okay.
Crystal says she got disconnected.
I know.
Oh, what? Who voted me? What?
Ooh!
Is a tie, right? So no one goes.
No one was ejected.
So we're
Okay,
safe.
whoever, like, the two imposters, they definitely got, like, they got me.
It's someone who knows it's easy to kill me. I know we're not supposed to talk, but it's someone who knows it's easy to kill me because they killed me first.
Okay.
Could be anyone in this room. Sorry, do you need this?
Oh my god.
Okay. Eddie called the meeting. Oh my god! Justin, and Crystal's not really dead, but like... Okay, Eddie, what do you want? Make your
Justin,
case.
do you know who it is?
No.
I know he can't
Justin's
tell,
not
but
dead.
I just want him to nod at me.
Oh.
You don't know who. I didn't know either. I didn't even see who killed me.
I have no idea. Oh, you know what though? Layla was following me around very suspiciously, like waiting for me to like. be
Okay,
alone
just like the
in
last
room.
time?
Just like the last time. So I'm
Seriously?
voting for Layla.
Yo, I am totally crew, guys. Come on, they killed my sister.
No, it's Layla. It's Layla. It's Layla.
I would never do that to her.
Sure.
It's Layla. It's Layla.
I am so, it's so not me. I'm gonna vote. Who should I vote? Crap. I'm gonna vote like Lexi, Louise, and Kiki have been very quiet. What? Oh my god! Okay,
We
prepare
did
to
it.
lose.
Elena led
Prepare to
the
lose.
way. Oh my god! Burn! 2 imposters remain. Oh, Elena.
I'm
oh,
really
Elena.
okay. I am sorry,
my
everyone.
dear,
I
my
really
dear.
thought it was very sus, and
I mean,
really thought
this is true. That is, yeah.
it was very sus. Oh.
Justin left the game just because he did.
Anna, you know you can move around as a ghost.
Oh no, I know. I'm just watching. I'm just watching. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stand in the cafeteria and watch people go by. What, did you see me standing around there? Does anybody know who this Eddie person is? I mean, I like them because they were.
He is really
Oh!
sus. What? Oh my god, they only had to kill one person.
I just saw. I think it was Eddie, right?
It was Lexi and Kiki.
Oh, it was these two.
Oh my god. Do you have any idea what's
Finally,
going
she
on in your
wins.
office?
I want to show. Can you jump up and down on camera?
They banded together and they were going around killing people.
Here's Kiki. Yeah.
Oh my god, she did that to us! How could you do that to us? She has like that innocent baby face.
You killed her sister.
The first one to die.
I don't have a sister, but
Turn my friends against me.
I don't
And
have
you
a-
killed her.
I don't have
No.
I don't have a sister. Oh, here, can you hear that? I don't have a sister, but I would 100. I'm just gonna 100% yell at Kiki from now on. You killed Layla's sister, as if I'm in a movie. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. So now, if you had been the imposter, because you're the board that we're airing this, we would have seen that it was you, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like 100 feet away from Elena because anytime I'm close to her, she's like so sus.
She accused you immediately.
Layla's sus. I look at Layla. Layla looked at me. She's sus.
If somebody's really close to me, if like somebody comes
Walked
into
by
the
her.
room and then and they like walk.
She doesn't like
and it
people
looks like
walking
they're-
by her.
You know what though?
Yeah,
And
what is going on?
I
She
did
has a
see
point.
Kiki kind of like start to sneak behind me, and I kept walking.
See, so she knew,
Mm-hmm.
except that you were more sus.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
I think you guys just wanted to throw Layla under the bus and just like kick her out.
Don't you want to be together with your sister?
One more?
Yeah, let's play one more.
One more.
Okay. Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, new code. Oh, same code. Yes.
Oh no, did it kick me out?
I
need
think
the code?
I don't think I can get back in here, can I? Am I in there?
Oh no, it disconnected for me. Found the code right there.
Too. I think it was because
Just put it in.
Oh god. The game crashed.
poor Eddie was new as well, and I just assumed he's a murderer. All right. Aw, who's I'm cute?
Yeah, who's I'm
I
cute?
don't know, but I like that toilet paper on their heads.
Who's cute?
That's a good.
Okay, guys, I can't get in because my game crashed, so I'll just watch Isra.
No, what
Continue.
have to join?
I can't.
I changed colors, and now I'm
Oh, next thing.
confused.
Hang
Okay.
on, I'm coming in. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, we have room for one more.
And are you gonna
person.
start it?
Oh, there
Alright,
we
let's
go. Layla's in.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. I am.
Okay, so you have to start it.
I don't like
Oh.
my color.
What?
I know. It's because I was the host, but then I just signed in.
I like that there's so many of us.
This is chaos.
Is Luis someone
Does
from
anyone
your...
have start on there? Does anyone have
do.
start?
I
Who
had
has
start
it?
on mine.
Where?
I had start on mine.
Oh,
I
you
think I'm
have-
host.
That's interesting.
Oh, there we go.
Yay! Okay, so you're host. Now, if it's Elena, oh no.
You know what's funny? Like, if the streamer was imposter, that'd be bad.
No, I know. Then we'd have to play something else. Oh no. Oh jeez.
There's so many tasks. Who did this? Oh, sorry.
There's extra. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to talk. You know how I love to talk. Very difficult for me not to talk. Okay. Shh. Shh, 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 shh. Ah! I wasn't looking at anyone.
Already?
I was just trying
Oh
to go
my
to the medical
God.
bay. Do you think it's Layla? I think it's
No,
Layla.
Layla got.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys.
Kiki, where did you see the dead body?
She just seems super sus. Yeah, Kiki, where'd you see the body?
I'm like the bottom right. I don't know. I don't ever know where I am.
She doesn't know.
You're in the bottom right.
Who did Justin vote?
Are
Can we see
you-
who they
Did you
voted
kill
for?
Layla and reported her?
I'm.
She's done it before.
Yeah, I'm sus on Kiki.
I don't know.
Wait, I'm very sus about this comment from I'm cute. Oh god.
Egad, I didn't
Yeah.
see anything.
What is EGAD?
You know what?
Should we?
I'm voting for
Should we
I'm
skip
cute.
this vote?
Who's Crystal voting for?
Wow.
You
I'm
guys,
skipping this vote, guys.
know
I don't
what?
have evidence.
You know what?
Crystal's the only one left.
Crystal
to
voted
vote.
for Kiki. Good job, Crystal.
Nice.
Crystal voted for Kiki.
Ooh, who skipped voting?
What? Look at that.
Oh, what?
Or
That's
I'm
weird.
cute, just because they're unknown.
It might be because.
You know what I mean? Like,
Who's
we're like, I
mine?
suspect this person I don't know.
Wow.
Is it 10 people? Right?
It's 10 people, yeah.
Oh, geez Louise. Sorry, not supposed to talk. Uh-oh. Looks a little bit sneaky. Ah, run! Sorry. I'm gonna stop talking now. The music is very, kind of unnerving.
Why is this everyone in that together? So many came together. That's so funny.
Oh no.
Okay, I have a lot of things to say.
Okay, what you got? What you got? Justin, now is Justin dead?
I'm cute, died?
Oh,
And I'm cute is dead?
oh my gosh!
And Cute's dead too. Oh my
Egad.
god. Where are they? Egad?
Egads! I'm cute is died. I love that.
So did anyone
interesting.
see I'm Cute
Isra.
in Justin's body?
I think it's Isra too.
You
I
know
think
what
it's
though?
Isra.
No.
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk.
No, no.
Oh wait, no, yeah, I am. I'm not dead.
I'm just saying. I said I have a lot of things to say about this.
What do you got to say?
Louise was following me around, like she was trying to kill me.
You're
and so
right.
I'm voting for Louise.
I
I
am
really got
sus
that
on Louise.
feeling. And if we
And
go
Louise
by
probably
everything that I've
killed-
said so far, I've been right every
Yeah,
single
she's
time.
killing it, 100%. No, but
All right.
Louise said that Isra was following her around, and I felt at the beginning of the game I may be reading too far into things, but Laila did not seem upset that she couldn't get into the game. She just simply said, "Oh, I'll just watch my sister," leading me to believe that perhaps her sister was indeed the imposter and might put on a good show.
I'm voting for Louise, guys.
Interesting.
I'm
Am I
voting for
I'm
Louise.
voting for
I don't
Louise.
believe in this logic. The reading hasn't gotten me anywhere, so I'm sus on Louise still because Louise was following me
I do
for a
enjoy
long
people's use
time.
of the word
I mean, for a
sus.
long time.
I'm voting for Isra. Again.
I'm voting for Louise.
Oh, but they could be working as a team, so we might have just gone.
Oh no, Louise
Oh
is
my
dead!
god, Louise is so dead.
Goodbye, Louise.
Louise, I don't know why
Oh
you
yeah,
were
because there's
following
two of
me.
them.
Oh!
I knew it! I knew you weren't. High fives. Oh man, it's Elena! Oh, we're
I
not
think
supposed
it's
to
Elena,
talk.
guys.
Oh no, no. Oh,
Guys,
it's not,
let's-
because we'd know it was if it was her. It's Crystal. Well, no one's gonna kill Elena because then everyone's gonna see that she's the imposter. That they're. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't stream my screen.
We shouldn't.
Or we can, but not show it to the people playing.
That's right. That's
so
what
we
need
can
to
still
do.
show
That's
us.
right.
So we'll do that on the next game.
That's totally what we should do.
I'm sorry, we're newbies.
So you guys can play this for 45 minutes to 6 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Oh, jeez. I mean, they're laughing. They're laughing hard. There's something going on down there.
It is so not what you would expect it to be, but okay.
Oh!
Who is dead? Elena's dead?
Yo, one more
Okay.
and the imposter wins, guys.
Okay, guys.
One
look.
more.
All right, I had Anna and the admin.
Wait,
room.
didn't you just see who killed her?
I didn't see her. Did you see who killed her?
I thought You're dead. You just got killed, right? Yeah, I looked over at her board and I believe I saw it.
Did you
Am
see
I allowed to
anyone
say?
hovering? Did you
Am I
see
allowed
anyone
to
hovering
say?
over Elena's body?
No, I didn't. I didn't see anyone hovering near Elena's body. And to be fair, Isra and I were in the admin room. What happened?
So, Crystal, Lexi,
I'm
and
sorry
Itch-
for disappointing you. I'm cute. Don't listen to Elena. Oh, but we already. Okay. Can we go back to the? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be looking at your.
You know, I'm sussing on
I think
Lexi.
it's Lexi, and I think it's Kiki.
Crystal?
Or it's Crystal and Kiki.
Crystal, Kiki, or Lexi. Yeah, three of them are sus. For reals.
So it's Kiki and Crystal. Kiki
Wait,
was like,
what's
it's not
Lexi
Lexi and Kiki. Kiki goes, it's not Lexi and Kiki because that's what it was last time. And I go, fine, then it's Kiki and Crystal.
That's good logic. They just need one
It's
more.
Lexi
You know
and
what?
Kiki.
You know what, Anna? We can band together. We can band together.
What do you think?
Let's band together and let's...
She's convinced me it's not her. Isra has convinced me now it's not her, even though I thought it was before.
You're convincing me. Although I'm a little sus on you too. Because,
Ooh.
you know, you were hanging around an admin, and I was very sus.
Then I ran away.
Just being down there. 15 seconds.
Ooh, it's totally Lexi and Kiki. Lexi's voting for me.
All right, I'm gonna vote for Anna.
You're all voting for me! Oh, it's all three of you. There's 3 imposters. Isra,
There's
Kiki,
3
and Lexi. Oh, look at my cute witch hat. Oh, going up in his face.
Okay.
Oh, don't try and act like you... Oh. Ah! I knew it, and I said it, and no one listened to me.
Alright, I'm so sorry. I screwed you over.
These guys are so good at
I'm so sorry.
and being imposters.
I love it how she's like, it's literally impossible, and I'm like, I got imposter twice in a row once. Like, it's not impossible.
What a great line.
Do your hearts
Since
beat
we
like
had
crazy
it
when you're the
before, we
imposter?
can't be
I swear.
imposters.
I hate it so much too when I'm the imposter. I swear a couple of days ago when we were practicing, like my heart was beating so hard, I was sure they could see it. I was sure they could see my heart beating, like
Your hand
on
was
Zoom.
shaking.
And my hand was shaking. At one point I brought my hand up and I was like, and I was like, like wobbling. And then it took me another 2 rounds to like calm back down again. It's an intense game. It's really
very
fun.
intense.
All right.
Man,
are
the
we
imposters
good?
got us. Yay!
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you guys did a really good job. Like, seriously,
You're really good job,
game.
How come you didn't react when they killed me? You know, I was like, hey, they killed my sister, and I had emotion about it. She felt nothing.
No,
She's like, Layla's dead.
I felt silent
GMG is
emotion.
mine now.
I felt silent emotion. I was more curious about
Yeah, she was
finding
like-
an imposter.
That was
She's
super
like, what's that
fun.
map
That was really, really, really fun. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
having us, guys.
Thanks so much for playing with us, and we just love it. And we will play many more games and see you many more times. And tell us where we can follow you on social media, please.
So it's mine. So Girls My Games is just Girls My Games on Twitter, Insta, Facebook. I'm Laila Shabir on Twitter, Insta, also Facebook.
Yeah.
What's yours? Same thing.
I am
Shabir.
I Shabir Z. I'm all sorts
What's
weird.
the Z?
It's actually my grandfather's name.
Oh,
It's,
Don't you
I
have
know.
the same grandfather?
Grandpa?
Yeah, I was just like, I want to be weird. I want to like carry on some legacy, and then I just took the first initial of my grandfather's name and put in there.
Nice.
I Shabir Z.
Love it. Got it. I should be here. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love you so much. Girls make games. And well, we will see you next time and very, very soon. Thanks, Laila and Isra.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have a good night.
Good night. Bye.
And that's it for science and stuff. See you next week.
Wait, you don't follow CBS Unstoppable on YouTube? How will you know when new videos drop? You better go subscribe before you miss a crazy STEM moment, like me walking a shark or making a black hole in my backyard.